Hey guys, it's Jen Spears, your Team Revolution leader. And today I want to talk to you about follow up. I watched a great training by Brooke Ayub in Omaha, Nebraska. And she saw a training at Leadership Conference. And so I kind of just want to go over that training. I started implementing it in my business, and I want to go over it for all of you because it's extremely easy. And I think you're going to have a really good, you're going to have a lot of good outcomes from this, as in bookings and things like that. So, she talked a lot about how the best follow up is the follow up that you do. And she really spoke to me when she said this because I was not making phone calls because I don't like making phone calls. And I was struggling to find the right time to contact people because it's quiet in my house in the middle of the day, and that's not when people are home. And then when my kids come home from school and in the evenings, it's obviously extremely hectic here. And so she said the best kind of follow-up is whatever follow-up you do. So whether that be through Facebook messages or text or something like that, that's the best that you can, if you do it, then that's the best way to do it. So what she takes is an approach that's the 2-2-2 approach. And so it's contacting them after 2 weeks, contacting your customers after, contacting your customers after 2 days, contacting them after 2 weeks, and then contacting them after 2 months. And she breaks it down really, really well. And so the first contact after 2 days that she makes is actually a red stamp text that she sends. Now, you are welcome to do this through Facebook message or through email, whichever you are most comfortable with. But she creates a red stamp, and on there, if you go to redstamp.com, they actually have under collections a whole Norwex section. So it's got about 4 pre-made pictures already, and there is one on there that's a thank you. And so this is what I've started using is doing that, and then on the picture you can change it, and I'll just write something personal to each of the customers like, thanks so much, you're gonna love your basic pack, I really enjoyed meeting you, whatever. And I'll put an example in the comments when we're done here. But she then texts this out to each of your customers that was at the party. And this can be done before the party's closed, just 2 days after you've met them. And she said that she's had a lot of response of people adding to their orders, but also just you're starting to build that relationship that we know is so important. And a point I always try to make with you guys is that, Norwex can be purchased from any consultant. And there's no real reason for somebody to be loyal to their consultant if there's no relationship there. And so if you're providing that service and building that relationship, then you're going to build that loyalty from your customers. So that's the first time she reaches out to them. And then the second time she reaches out after 2 weeks, and this is in the form of an email. Now, she did say that, you can do this through Facebook or whichever way is most comfortable for you. But this is a form letter that she sends out after 2 weeks. And the form letter is basically an email with care instructions and links to videos on how to use the top 10 products. And so this is something where it's going to kind of give them a refresher on maybe what they've purchased and how to use what they've purchased. Also, it gives them a look at maybe some products they did not buy, which is great. She uses MailChimp to send this out. So if you are already using MailChimp, you can just create this form letter on there and input your emails and send it out. And I will also put the email that she is using and that I'm using in the comments because it has all the links and everything already in there. So she's sending this out to, again, kind of be in the awareness of her customers. And, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. And also making sure that they're still liking their products. And then as you're coming to their inbox again, then It gives them the opportunity to let you know if they have any questions, anything like that. Then after 2 months, what she does is just sends a quick email basically telling them that their 60-day satisfaction guarantee is coming up, and that to remind people that if they have any questions, to let her know. What I loved about this one is that at this point you can also say, if you're loving your stuff, let's plan a party, that type of thing. And I'll put the wordage in the comments again for this also. But once again, after 2 months, you're putting yourself in their awareness again, so that if they've run out of something or they've found some friends that really love Norwex, they're going to be able to, you're reminding them of you again, which I really love. So she's doing the 2-day, 2-week, and 2-month. What she did mention was that if people are hesitant to give you their email, just let them know that you will be sending them care instructions on how to use their products. So they'll be more likely to give you that information. And then just make sure that you're double checking their email and their phone number as they're checking out, so that you know whether you can text them or anything like that. So let's discuss this more in the comments. Go ahead and leave your questions, and let's talk about how we can implement this in our businesses. Okay? Thanks, guys.